sun ain't up, but I'm already gone. Another day begins before the dawn. These tired boots know every crack and stone. On the roads I've walked for years alone. The bills keep stacking on the kitchen table, and some months we're barely able. But I put on a smile when I walk through that door, like I ain't hurting anymore. I'm still carrying this load down a long and broken road, with a heart that's growing old, and hands worn down by the cold. Some nights I cry where no one sees, down on my knees asking please, Lord, give me strength to carry on. I'm still carrying this load. My little boy says, Daddy, don't work so much. He doesn't know life can be this rough. My little girl still believes I'm strong, even when everything goes wrong. I'd give him the world if I had the chance, but all I have are these calloused hands, and a promise I'll never let them fall, even if it cost me all. I'm still carrying this load down a long and broken road, with a heart that's growing old, and hands worn down by the cold. Some nights I cry where no one sees, down on my knees asking please, Lord, give me strength to carry on. I'm still carrying this load. I've watched my dreams drift away like smoke on a windy day. One by one they disappear, but my family's still right here. And if sacrifice is the price of love, then I'll pay every dollar of every tear and every scar, to keep them safe where they are. I'm still carrying this load, though my back is bending low. And someday when my journey ends, I hope they'll finally know every mile that I survived, every battle just to get by, was for the people I call home. That's why I carried this load. The road was hard, the nights were long, but love kept me moving on. I packed my clothes in an old suitcase. Mama cried but wore a smile on her face. Daddy stood quiet by the old front gate, as if he knew I'd be gone too late. The morning train was waiting down the line. The church bells rang for the very last time. I waved goodbye, but deep inside, a part of me stayed behind. The day I left my home, the sky seemed colder than before. Every mile took me farther away from the life I used to know. I chased the world beyond those hills, but no matter where I'd roam, my heart never left that little town. The day I left my home. The city gave me roads of gold and stories I'd eventually grow old to tell. But every crowded street I walked couldn't replace those country trails. I miss the river by the mill, the autumn leaves upon the hill, and Mama's voice calling my name through the evening wind again. The day I left my home, the sky seemed colder than before. Every mile took me farther away from the life I used to know. I chased the world beyond those hills, but no matter where I'd roam, my heart never left that little town. The day I left my home. Years have passed and time moved on. Some of the folks I knew were gone. The porch is old, the paint is faded, but the memories haven't changed. If I could relive one moment again, I'd stop that train from rolling then and hold my family one more time before saying goodbye. The day I left my home, I thought the world was waiting for me, but all the dreams I gathered through the years never filled the empty space. Now every road leads back somehow to where my roots have grown. And if I find my way there one last time, I'll never leave my home. The train rolled on, but my heart stayed there, and that jukebox hums those country tunes beneath the smoky harvest moon. Your empty chair still faces mine like you just stepped out for a little time. I tip my hat and whisper low, some loves never really let go. Every lonely road I roam still brings this restless cowboy home. The light's still on at Ruby's place. I'm still looking for your face. Steel guitar cries, the fiddle plays like yesterday never slipped away. If heaven sends a second chance tonight, I'll hold you close till morning light. Until that day, my heart will stay where the light's still on at Ruby's place. That old bartender knows my name. He says heartbreak's just another game. He fills my glass without a word, while every memory still gets heard. The dance floor waits beneath the glow for boots that left so long ago. I hear your laughter in the air, like your love is everywhere. Every sunrise finds me here, holding on through one more year. The light's still on at Ruby's place. I'm still looking for your face. Steel guitar cries, the fiddle plays like yesterday never slipped away. If heaven sends a second chance tonight, I'll hold you close till morning light. Until that day, my heart will stay where the light's still on at Ruby's place. Maybe tomorrow you walk through that door like the days we were living for. I'll save our favorite corner seat with broken hearts and hope still meet. Oh, let that old fiddle sing. Let every lonely heart believe. Love may wander down the line, but true love always finds its time. The light's still on at Ruby's place. Hope still shines across your face. Raise your voice and sing along like love was never really gone. Through every mile and every tear, I'll keep believing year by year, till your footsteps find their way. The light's still on at Ruby's place. The jukebox spins one final song. The night keeps quietly moving on. This old heart won't close the door, 'cause love's worth waiting for once more. I woke before the sunrise every morning of my life. Put on these worn out boots and kissed my sleeping wife. The fields were cold in winter, the summers burned my skin, but I never feared the hardship, as long as my family could win. There were nights I came home weary, with nothing left to give. Yet seeing my children smiling was all I needed to live. I missed 1,000 sunsets and dreams I left behind, but watching them grow stronger brought peace to this heart of mine. These hands were made for you. Every scar and every bruise, every mile and every tear, was to carry my family through. If my back bends with the years and my hair turns silver too, just remember all my love. These hands were made for you. The house wasn't always perfect, money wasn't always there, but we had love around the table and hope within our prayers. Sometimes I felt like giving up when the road got hard to climb, but your faces kept me going, one day at a time. These hands were made for you. Every scar and every bruise, every mile and every tear, was to carry my family through. If my back bends with the years and my hair turns silver too, just remember all my love. These hands were made for you. One day when I'm gone and these hands can work no more, I hope you'll see their story in the life you're living for. Not in riches or in fortune, not in things that fade away, but in the love I tried to give each and every day. These hands were made for you, for the dreams you carry too. And if I had another life, I'd do it all again for you. Though the years may take my strength and time may see me through, my greatest blessing in this life was giving all I had to you. These old hands may someday rest, but my love for you will never end. I was standing by the old town store on a bright July afternoon when I saw you walking down the road, and my heart began to bloom. The birds were singing in the oak trees, the sky was clear and blue, but nothing in this world compared to that first glimpse of you. The day you smiled at me, the whole world changed somehow. The sun shined brighter than before, and it's still shining now. Every dream I ever dreamed suddenly came true. The day you smiled at me, and I fell in love with you. We talked beside the river bank until the stars appeared, and every word you softly spoke was music to my ears. The moonlight danced upon the water as your hand found mine, and for the first time in my life, everything felt right. The day you smiled at me, the whole world changed somehow. The sun shined brighter than before, and it's still shining now. Every dream I ever dreamed suddenly came true. The day you smiled at me, and I fell in love with you. Now every morning feels like spring, no matter what the season brings, because I wake up knowing that your love is waiting here. And when the years have all gone by, I'll still remember with a smile the day my lonely heart was found by an angel passing by. The day you smiled at me was the best day of my life. The day a simple country boy found the girl he'd call his wife. And if I lived 1,000 years, I'd never find a love so true. It all began the day you smiled, and I fell in love with you. One smile, one moment, one beautiful life with you. I've been chasing distant skylines through the cold and passing years, trading sunsets for tomorrow, hiding all my doubts and fears. Every highway kept on calling, every town knew not my name, but the silence in the evening always whispered you the same. And every mile I left behind was a piece of me I couldn't find. Take me back to where my heart belongs, where the river sings my childhood songs, heart belongs. Mama's picture on the table still looks just the way it did, and I hear my father's laughter in the places where we live. Time can steal away the seasons, turn the strongest hands to stone, but the love we leave behind us always finds its way back home. And every dream I held so tight, let me hear beneath these stars tonight. Take me back to where my heart belongs, where the river sings my childhood songs, to the front porch light still shining through the dark, to the dusty roads that know my heart. I've seen the world, I've had my turn, but some fires never stop to burn. Take me back before the night grows long, back to where my heart belongs. If tomorrow comes without me, don't let sorrow fill the sky. Lay me where the wildflowers dance and the old birds still can fly. Tell the ones I loved I found it, the peace I searched for all along, in the fields beyond the horizon, back where my heart belongs. Take me back to where my heart belongs, where the river sings my childhood songs. And if this road should finally end tonight, I'll follow that familiar light. I've crossed the years, I've carried on through every right and every wrong. Now I hear heaven's gentle song, calling me where my heart belongs. Back to the mountains, back to the river, back to the memories, back where my heart belongs. The city lights are shining outside my window tonight. 1,000 people passing by beneath the neon lights. I came here chasing dreams with a suitcase and a plan, but somewhere along the journey I forgot who I once was. Mama's getting older now, I can hear it in her voice. Daddy says he's doing fine, but I know he has no choice. The old house by the river still stands against the years, and every time I think about it, I can't hold back these tears. I miss the road that led me home, the fields where I used to roam, the smell of rain on country ground, and the church bells' gentle sound. I've got everything I dreamed of, or at least that's what they say. trade it all this evening just to be back home today. The city gave me many things, a paycheck and a name, but every crowded street I walk still somehow feels the same. Because success means very little when your heart is far away from the people who still love you at the end of every day. I miss the road that led me home, the hills I've known so long, the porch light waiting in the dark, like it knew where I belong. I've spent years building a future on roads I did not know, but every mile just taught me how much I miss my home. Sometimes I close my eyes at night and hear the crickets sing, feel the summer breeze again, and remember everything. The laughter on the front porch, the dinners we all shared, the simple life I left behind and never stopped missing. I miss the road that led me home, more with every passing year. And if God gives me one more chance, I'll follow it from here, back to the fields and memories, back to where love still grows, back to the arms that raised me, back to the life I know. The city can keep its lights, the city can keep its gold. Tonight my heart is traveling down that old road home. The city lights kept calling me away, chasing dreams on roads I could not stay. But every night when the world grew still, my heart went back beyond those hills, to the old dirt road where I learned to run, to the river shining in the morning sun, to the porch where Mama used to pray and wave me off at the break of day. Take me home beyond the hills tonight, where the stars still burn with a softer light, where the fields remember my younger days and the wind still whispers my name. I've crossed 1,000 roads alone, but no place ever felt like home. If I could choose one place before I'm gone, I'd be home beyond the hills. The old oak tree is probably standing there, though silver now replaces Mama's hair, and Daddy's hands that built our little place live only in my memory's embrace. I gave my youth to a restless life, through every joy and every strife. But all the things I thought I'd find could never ease this heart of mine. Take me home beyond the hills tonight, where the stars still burn with a softer light, where the fields remember my younger days and the wind still whispers my name. I've crossed 1,000 roads alone, but no place ever felt like home. If I could choose one place before I'm gone, I'd be home beyond the hills. One day these weary boots will rest beneath the sky I love the best, and when the church bell softly rings, I'll hear the songs the meadow sings. Take me home beyond the hills tonight, where the moon still watches through the pines, where every memory still remains untouched by the passing years. I spent a lifetime moving on, but my heart never really left home. And when my final sunset comes along, lay me home beyond the hills, beyond the hills, beyond the river, beyond the years, back home. The old bus rolled into town at dawn, just like it used to years ago. The fields were green, the river ran the same way that I'd always known. I saw the church upon the hill, the place where all my memories start. And with every mile behind me, I felt lighter in my heart. Mama was standing on the porch, with tears shining in her eyes. She held me close without a word, as if no time had passed us by. Daddy smiled and shook my hand, then pulled me in and held me tight. For the first time in so many years, everything felt right. I'm back in my mother's arms, back where I belong, back to the voices I've missed for far too long. I've traveled roads across this world, but nothing shines this bright as sitting with my family on a quiet country night. The supper table filled with laughter, just like when I was a boy. Stories passed from hand to hand, and every smile brought joy. The little house seems smaller now, but somehow warmer than before, because love had never left this place. It was waiting at the door. I'm back in my mother's arms, back where I belong, back to the love that carried me when the road was long. No city lights could ever match the peace I feel tonight, surrounded by my family. Everything's alright. I spent years chasing distant dreams and all the things money can buy, but none of them could ever fill the emptiness inside. Now I understand at last what matters most in life. It's the people who still love you when all the years go by. I'm back in my mother's arms, back beneath these stars, back where every memory lives and heals these old scars. If tomorrow never comes for me, I'll leave without regret, because tonight I'm home again with the people I love best. The porch lights glowing, the family's laughing, and for the first time in years, my heart is home. The jukebox started playing our old favorite song. I smiled for a moment, then you were gone. Your coffee cup still sits by the window pane, just another reminder calling your name. These old boots know every crack in this floor. They've walked through heartbreak 100 times before. Still I leave the front porch light burning bright, in case you come back home tonight. I've learned love can't be bought or sold. Some hearts stay young while growing old. Whiskey, tears, and Sunday mornings, broken hearts without a warning. Steel guitar keeps calling your name. but nothing ever sounds the same. If the good Lord gives one more chance, I'll hold you close and ask you to dance. Till then this old heart keeps believing love ain't gone, it's just waiting. Miss Betty smiled as she poured my drink, said, son, don't lose your faith so quick. She'd seen 1,000 stories like mine, where love came back with a little time. The old dance floor remembers us well. Every step still has a tale to tell. I close my eyes and hear you laugh, like yesterday still never passed. Every prayer I whisper tonight carries your name into the moonlight. Maybe tomorrow you'll finally see nobody loved you more than me. Whiskey, tears, and Sunday mornings, hope still shines without a warning. The fiddle sings, the whole bar sways, like true love never fades away. If your heart still remembers mine, meet me where the old stars shine. I'll be waiting just like before, behind that old swinging barroom door. One last song, one last round. Maybe love is still in this town. I left this town with a restless heart, thought a new life was a brand new start. But every highway, every state only led me back to yesterday. Mama's porch and Daddy's smile, I've been gone too long, a while. Now the wind still calls my name. Nothing here has really changed. Every mile taught me one true thing: home is more than where you've been. Take me back to the old dirt road, where my heart still calls its home. Steel guitar and a fiddle's cry underneath that southern sky. If love still waits beyond that gate, I won't make my hometown wait. I'll hang my hat and never roam back to the old dirt road. There's an old cafe on County Line where she used to laugh and hold my hand in mine. She said, don't lose the man I know. But I was young and had to go. Now the years have slowed me down. Every dream came back around. If she's still there, I'll make things right and dance with her till morning light. Some mistakes take years to see. Love was always waiting for me. Take me back to the old dirt road, where my heart still calls its home. Steel guitar and a fiddle's cry underneath that to the old dirt road. I've seen bright lights and city streets, but none could make this heart complete. The richest man ain't made of gold, he's the one with someone to hold. My soul, raise a glass, let the whole town sing, for the joy that true love brings. I'll never chase another dream when everything I need is here, with her beside me, heart and soul. Back to the old dirt road. The jukebox fades, the night grows still, the old church bell rests on the hill. Some roads wander far from home, but the best ones always lead you back. I swept the dust from the front porch floor, just like I used to years before. Mama smiled and softly said, never stop believing what your heart has said. The old pickup's parked by the maple tree, waiting where it used to be. Every sunset paints the sky like it's whispering, don't say goodbye. Every lonely mile I've known led me back where love has grown. She's coming home tonight, I know, like the spring after winter snow. The fiddle plays, the steel guitar cries, hope still shines in these old eyes. I'll meet her where the porch light glows, with open arms and one red rose. Some dreams never really die. She's coming home tonight. The church bell rings across the hill. Time keeps moving, but my heart stands still. Neighbors wave as they pass on by. They've heard this old man say goodbye. But deep inside I still believe love has one more card to deal. Every prayer I send above finds its way to the one I love. If forever starts again, I'll never let her leave my hands. Every wrong I'll make it right if she walks through that door tonight. She's coming home tonight, I know, like the river always flows. Raise your glass and sing along, for every heart that stayed this strong. The jukebox plays our favorite tune beneath the bright September moon. This old town back home to me. The neon sign slowly fades away, but this old cowboy finally smiles. Some loves take the long way home, yet they always find the right road. Neon sign still hums your name tonight. Dust on the floor beneath those faded lights. Your favorite song keeps spinning on that old machine, but all that's left is where you've always been. The bartender just nods and pours me one. Says broken hearts ain't something new, son. I smile and hide the tears behind this grin, still hoping you'll walk through that door again. Every mile I drove led back to you. Every dream I had still feels so true. One more dance at Miller's bar, underneath that lucky star. Let the fiddle cry and the steel guitar sing, like love can still mend everything. If tomorrow gives this old heart one more chance, I'll never let your hands slip from mine again. Till then I'll wait where memories are. One more dance at Miller's bar. The jukebox plays the songs we used to know, about old highways and love moving slow. Your laughter still echoes through these wooden walls, like yesterday never left at all. I found your picture folded in my coat, the one you signed with every hopeful note. Some folks move on, they say that's what love does, but my heart still beats where your heart was. Every sunset paints your face in gold. Some stories never really grow old. One more dance at Miller's bar, underneath that lucky star. Let the fiddle cry and the steel guitar sing, like love can still mend everything. If tomorrow gives this old heart one more chance, I'll never let your hands slip from mine again. Till then I'll wait where memories are. One more dance at Miller's bar. If fate is listening tonight, send her back before first light. I've learned that pride ain't worth the cost when true love's all you've ever lost. The moon still shines on Main Street slow, waiting for two hearts to come back home. One more dance at Miller's bar, where old dreams never seem too far. Raise your glass and let the whole room sing, for every soul that's missing something. Maybe roads. Maybe hope still lives where the whiskey flows. I'll keep believing where you are. One more dance at Miller's Bar. The jukebox fades, the last call's near, but I'll be back this time next year, 'cause some old hearts never stop believing. Love comes home when you least expect it. There's an old neon glow on Main Street tonight. Same little bar beneath the county light. The jukebox still plays the songs we knew, but every melody keeps leading back to you. I sat in our corner by the window pane, watching summer memories fall like rain. The years rolled by like a westbound train, but this old heart still calls your name. You're the last song on the jukebox playing, the one my soul keeps replaying. Long after the dancers have all gone home and the midnight crowd has left me alone. The records change, the seasons move on, but somehow your memory stays strong. Like a worn out tune, everybody knows you're the last song on the jukebox. I remember your laughter across the room, the way you'd chase away every cloud of gloom. We were young enough to think love could stay forever on those golden summer days. Now the faces here have mostly changed. The town feels smaller, life feels strange, but every Saturday when evening falls, I still hear your footsteps down the hall. You're the last song on the jukebox playing, the one my soul keeps replaying. Long after the dancers have all gone home and the midnight crowd has left me alone. The records change, the seasons move on, but somehow your memory stays strong. Like a worn out tune, everybody knows you're the last song on the jukebox. If heaven has a small town dance hall, I know you're smiling somewhere beyond it all. And maybe when my road reaches its end, we'll dance beneath those stars again. You're the last song on the jukebox playing, the one my soul keeps replaying. Though the years have carried us apart, you've never left this old heart. The lights grow dim, the night moves slow, and there's one thing I still know. When they play that final song tonight, I'll see you in the neon light. The jukebox fades, the bar grows still, but your memory lingers on, like the sweetest song ever written. Every Sunday after church, I'd see her walking down the lane with her blue dress in the sunlight and wildflowers in her hand. She'd smile at everyone she met while I'd just look away, afraid my trembling heart would give my secret all away. She'd sit beneath the willow tree by the river every spring, and I'd find some reason to be there, though I never said a thing. I'd skip a stone across the water and pretend I didn't care, but all I really wanted was to tell her I was there. Oh, the girl by the willow tree never knew what she meant to me. Every beat of this old heart belonged to her. From the start I wrote her name 1,000 times in the dust and in my mind, but the words I longed to say never left these lips of mine. Years rolled on like freight trains through the valley and the fields. I watched her grow more beautiful than any dream could ever feel. The boys all gathered round her, trying hard to win her hand, while I stood in the shadows, just another quiet man. Oh, the girl by the willow tree never knew what she meant to me. Every sunset, every star only made me love her more. If courage had been kinder and fear had let me be, maybe she'd have known the truth about the boy she'd never see. Then one autumn morning, the church bells softly rang. She walked down the aisle smiling while another held her hand. I wish them both a lifetime of happiness and grace, then hid my tears behind a smile as she slowly walked away. Oh, the girl by the willow tree still lives inside of me. Though the years have come and gone, her memory carries on. Some loves are never spoken, some stories never start, but she'll always be the first love that still lives within my heart. And when the willow dances beside the river breeze, I still think of that young girl and what could have been. The flowers bloomed that morning just like they always did. The birds were singing softly outside our little place. You held my hand so gently and whispered, "Don't you cry." Then the angels came to take you beneath that summer sky. She left with the summer rain and nothing's been the same. Every sunset calls her name through my window pane. The world keeps turning on, but my heart remains. Somewhere in that moment, she left with the summer rain. Your dress still hangs beside me, your picture by the bed. I still hear your laughter in every word you say. The coffee pot keeps waiting for 2 cups every day, but now I sit here lonely as memories fade away. She left nothing's been the same. Every sunset calls her name through my window pane. The world keeps turning on, but my heart remains. Somewhere in that moment she left with the summer rain. Sometimes late at midnight I swear I hear your voice, like a melody from heaven, reminding me of joy. And though my tears still fall like rivers through the years, your love remains beside me to calm my deepest fears. She left with the summer rain, but her love still remains in every star above me and every prayer I pray. One day beyond the clouds I'll hold her once again. Until then I'll remember the day she left with the rain. The rain keeps falling, the years keep passing, but my love for you will never fade. I never had a house on a hill or pockets full of gold. Most days life felt like a river, too wild for me to hold. But every time the world got heavy and I didn't know what to do, I'd look beside me and I'd find a smiling face in you. Through every storm, through every tear, you've been my sunshine all these years. When the road was dark and hope was gone, you held my hand and carried on. I may never be a wealthy man, but heaven gave me something true. The greatest blessing of my life was walking through this world with you. We shared old dreams in tiny rooms and laughter through the pain. We danced beneath a leaking roof while listening to the rain. The years have left their marks on us, a few more lines upon our face, but every wrinkle tells a story of a love time can't erase. Through every storm, through every tear, you've been my sunshine all these years. When the road was dark and hope was gone, you held my hand and carried on. I may never be a wealthy man, but heaven gave me something true. The greatest blessing of my life was walking through this world with you. One day our hair will both turn silver and our steps may not be strong, like I've done all along. And when they ask me what made life worth every mile I travel through, I'll smile and say the answer was every day I spent with you. Through every storm, through every year, you've been the reason I'm still here. And if I had to live again, I'd choose your love from start to end. No treasure shines as bright as you. No dream could ever be this true. The greatest story I could tell is that I spent my life with you. The storms may come, the years may fly, but I love you until my last